Welcome to the first video in our travel series. This plan is for 14 days in Japan, following what is known as the Golden Route. It's perfect for first-time visitors or for those who have a short time to see as much of the country as possible. We'll be giving you suggestions and options for every day, so you can do a lot without feeling too rushed. I'm Jun from Japan Junkie, and this is part 1 of our travel itinerary series. The first 4 days will be spent in Tokyo. Day 1 starts when you arrive in the city, and it's focused on recharging after your flight. This doesn't mean that it's a day wasted. After you've checked into where you're staying, it's a good time to find your local konbini. You'll probably be here quite often during your stay. You can buy quality convenience store food, including fully prepared Japanese-style meals or onigiri. If you've come from a different time zone, try not to sleep just yet. It'll affect your energy levels for the next day. Don't worry about being overwhelmed by plans or public transport. Just spend however much time you have left after your flight seeing the sights in your local area. A walk is an enjoyable way to become familiar with where you're staying, and it'll help your body get over the long time you spent sitting on a plane. Using Google Maps is a great way to find your way around and discover restaurants and shops that you're interested in. Finishing the evening with a bowl of ramen is not only an authentic Japanese experience, the meal will fill you up with the carbohydrates you need to sleep heavily and ensure that you'll wake up without any jet lag. It's time to start your first full day in Japan. Day 2 is dedicated to the west side of Tokyo, starting with a relaxing walk through Shinjuku National Park. The gardens blend Japanese, English and French styles and are very popular during cherry blossom season. From here, head to Shinjuku Station, which is the busiest train station in the world, and continue walking south to Meiji Jingu. On the first day of the new year, this popular shrine welcomes more than 3 million visitors. But on a regular day, it's a tranquil break from the bustling city. You can often see traditional Shinto weddings taking place here. You can walk or get the train to Harajuku and stroll down Takeshita Street. The city is a fashion mecca where you can buy unique clothing items, but it's also famous for its sweet shops and crepes. Stop by Yoyogi Park, where the locals hang out on the weekend to practice hobbies or express their creativity. Then finally, arrive at Shibuya. Here you'll see the incredibly busy crossing and the statue of Hachiko, the loyal dog who waited every day at the station for his master. There's a Starbucks here with a window that overlooks the scramble. Uobe Sushi is a very popular and inexpensive restaurant. You use a tablet to order and your food arrives automatically to where you're seated. Day 3 is a trip to Kamakura, the ancient capital of Japan. The small coastal prefecture is a popular destination for the residents of Tokyo. The area is full of historical sites, but you can't go to Kamakura without visiting Kotoku-in. Here you'll see the giant bronze Buddha, one of the most recognizable sights of Japan. It's hollow, so visitors are able to climb inside. Stop at the magnificent Hasadera nearby, which houses a gilded wooden statue of Kannon, the goddess of mercy. Then take the train to Enoshima and walk the long bridge to Enoshima Island. Our video on romantic destinations in Japan covers a lot of the sites and activities that are available on the island. On your way back to Tokyo, you might like to stop and spend the evening in Yokohama. You can try different ramen from across Japan at the Shin Yokohama Ramen Museum, which replicates the buildings from the 1950s for a retro experience. Or wander around Minato Mirai. The futuristic buildings and neon lights reflected in the harbour make for incredible pictures. As yesterday was so action-packed, Day 4 is dedicated to leisurely seeing the east side of Tokyo and anything else you might have missed. If you like anime and gaming, go to Akihabara, considered to be the world capital for all things related to geek culture. It's also one of the best places to buy electronics or to visit a maid cafe. If you prefer history and architecture, start at Tokyo Station, which is a destination in itself. Here you can visit the art gallery or dine at the restaurant zone called Kitchen Street. From here you can walk to the Imperial Palace, which is the main residence of the Emperor of Japan. You can enter with a tour group, but the exterior alone is very impressive, with vast moats surrounded by fixed stone walls and perfectly kept gardens. A very popular place to visit is Sensoji. This is Tokyo's oldest temple, completed in the year 645 CE. There's a shopping street here of over 200 meters where you can buy handmade and freshly roasted rice crackers for around 50 cents US. This street leads to the main hall and a 5-storied pagoda. You can burn incense and guide the smoke over your body to cure any ailments that you may have. End the day on the top of the Tokyo Metro government building to get an amazing view of the city. Then get some rest so you're ready for the next destination. We're leaving Tokyo early in the morning on Day 5 and headed for Hakone, famous for its natural beauty, and onsen, which are hot springs. If it's a clear day, you may also get wonderful views of Mount Fuji. You might like to book a Hakone free pass online, which you can redeem at Shinjuku Station. This gives you free and discounted items and will most likely save you a lot of time and hassle. Here you can visit Hakone Shrine and its very popular floating torii gate. Next, sail on a pirate ship across the water to enjoy the fresh air and peaceful surroundings. It's free with your pass, so don't worry about buying upgraded seating. After the boat ride, take the ropeway to get incredible views of Lake Ashi and Mount Fuji. At the top is Owakudani, meaning Great Boiling Valley. Here you can buy black eggs that have been boiled in the volcanic spring water and are said to add 7 years to your life. From here, take the train to the Open Air Museum, where you can wander around and see unique sculptures. If you're staying at a ryokan, which is a traditional Japanese inn, you can relax in the onsen to soothe your muscles and clear your mind. We have a video outlining the rules and etiquette if you need a refresher course. Continuing on the Golden Route, on day 6 we're heading to Kyoto. The city was the capital of the country for over 1,000 years, and it's famous for its rich cultural heritage. Taking the bullet train to get here will not only be a memorable experience, it will also get you to your destination in a fraction of the time compared to other methods. You can also get special bento boxes on the train known as ekiben. You'll probably be hungry once you arrive at your new location, so it's a good time to visit Nishiki Market, known as Kyoto's Kitchen. Then spend the afternoon walking around the old town of Gion, famous for its tea houses and geisha. If you're very lucky, you may see them rushing between appointments. In the evening, take a walk to Gion Corner, where you can see a demonstration of traditional art forms, including a dance by a maiko, an apprentice geisha. Then finish the night by visiting Yasaka Shrine, which stays open throughout the evening and is illuminated by glowing lanterns. The ancient city of Kyoto offers a glimpse into Japan's past, including shrines and temples that are thousands of years old. We recommend starting day 7 with a train to Fushimi Inari, with its thousands of bright gates that lead up the mountain. From here, you can work your way back towards Kyoto, visiting the shrines and temples along the way. Kyomizu-dera, also known as the Pure Water Temple, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with a 13-metre high platform, offering incredible views over the trees. Make your way down the bustling streets to finish at a tatami-floored Machiya-style Starbucks that looks like an old tea house. Day 8 is dedicated to seeing the sights on the west side of the river. Start your journey at Nijo Castle, full of historic artifacts and unique designs, before working your way north to the Kyoto Imperial Palace. Don't forget to bring your passport, as you'll need it to enter. After seeing the amazing grounds and gardens, keep heading north and stop for some old-fashioned Japanese sweets at the extremely popular Demachi Futaba. Stop at Kawaii Shrine, which is dedicated to making its visitors beautiful. Keep walking through the trees and finish at Shimogamo Jinja, which is a 2,000-year-old shrine set in the forest. If you still have energy after this walk, Kyoto is the perfect place to book a tea ceremony to fully relax and enjoy a custom that has existed for centuries. Arashiyama is a short train ride from Kyoto City. The beautiful mountain town is well known for its bamboo forest. Tourists flock there for photos, but if you're lucky enough to visit on a quiet day, it's often described as being otherworldly. Take a walk up the mountain to visit the monkey park, to enjoy the amazing view and feed the wild macaques. Take a stroll through the artistic and unique kimono forest, and continue on to Sagano Romance Train. The trip that winds through the mountains is particularly lovely during autumn or cherry blossom season. At the end of the ride, you can take the train back to Kyoto City and finish the day with a traditional kaiseki-style dinner. This is a traditional style of dining popular in many restaurants across Kyoto, where you're served multiple small dishes. Start day 10 by taking a train in the morning from Kyoto to Nara, so that you have the whole day to explore your new destination. The city contains many national heritage sites, although it's the locals that make Nara famous. Take a walk to Kofukuji and visit the treasure museum here that houses incredible Buddhist statues, many of which are over 1,000 years old. From here, you can walk to Todaiji. The colossal statue inside this massive building is the largest bronze Buddha in the world. Walking back through Nara Deer Park, you'll find many stalls that sell the deer crackers for 200 yen, which is less than $2 US. Start day 11 at one of the many charming cafes, or visit any of the local shrines and gardens. For a unique experience, take a short walk to Nakatani-do, which is famous for their mochi and their dramatic rice pounding demonstrations. After that, head to the train station for the next step on your journey. Next on the Golden Route is Osaka, the third biggest city in Japan. You can spend the evening walking around Dotonbori, which is known for its cyberpunk neon signs. The Glico Man is especially famous, as he's been around since the 1930s and is a symbol of Osaka. If you don't feel like walking, you can take a river cruise, or enjoy the fantastic street food that the city is known for. Depending on whether you're interested in history or food, on day 12 you have two options. Hiroshima is often included on the Golden Route, and this is a good day to visit. Be moved by the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum and Park, as well as the Atomic Bomb Dome. This was the only building still standing after the bombing and has remained mostly unchanged since 1945. An alternative is a trip to Kobe. The city is world famous for its beef, so make sure you try it while you're here. Take the cable car up the mountain to the Herb Garden. It's a quaint, European-style location with hundreds of plant varieties. You can sample products at the shops and restaurants that use the locally grown herbs. The harbour is beautiful at night, and you can ride the Ferris wheel for a better view. As day 13 is your final full 24 hours in Japan, we recommend doing your last big activity and saving any small local plans for tomorrow. If you have children with you or you're young at heart, you might like to check out Universal Studios. They have popular exhibits including the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and Super Nintendo World. We recommend taking a train to Himeji. You can walk around the stunning grounds, and climbing to the top of Himeji Castle gives you a view of the entire town. Use your time on the last evening to shop and eat at any of Osaka's massive department stores. Now is the best time to buy any last-minute souvenirs or products for your trip home. It's best to save all of the simple and close activities for today, so you can customize your day depending on the time of your flight. If you have luggage, you might want to ask your hotel to hold it for you so that you're completely free to explore. It's a great time to visit Osaka Castle. It offers great views of the city. If you choose not to go inside, the surrounding area is incredible. The Osaka Aquarium is a surprisingly fun way to spend your final day in Japan, even for adults. It's home to the famous seal Yuki, who became very popular online for being overly round, especially when she tucks her head into her neck. Or you might like to visit Umeda for more shopping and the opportunity to walk on air at Umeda Sky Building. Tenjin Bashisuji has the longest shopping street in Japan at over 2.5 kilometers. There are many restaurants and cheap sushi places. It's a good time to enjoy one last authentic meal. The city is famous for okonomiyaki and takoyaki, so make sure you try it at least once. We ended this itinerary in Osaka because there's an international airport. Many websites will tell you to return to Tokyo from here, but it may work out to be easier and cheaper if you're able to get a flight home from here, saving a domestic fare to Tokyo. By now, you'll probably be planning your next trip to Japan, so don't forget to subscribe if you want more itineraries and tips to enjoy your travels. Japan always has more to offer, and we look forward to you coming back to visit. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. You can leave a comment with any suggestions you have for future videos. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.